Okay, I believe we are live again. I just took a quick break to get myself a glass of water and chill up. Yeah, I'm joined here by a legend in the sport of roller games and roller derby, Little Richard Brown or King Richard Brown, depending which federation you were in. Because you started way back in the 60s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I started first professional game was in 1964, San Francisco Bay Bombers. I skated my first game there, and then I moved over to roller games in
With Bill Griffiths,
'65
with Bill Griffiths, and
with
all
Bill
that.
Griffith 5, and that was where most of my career was with roller.
Yeah, so he started like I said back in San Francisco, but yeah, he joined roller games and he skated basically from '65 all the way through what the 1989 wasn't it?
Yeah, I skated at 2016.
Oh, okay, because I know you
With Hiroshi
yeah,
from Japan.
right,
We
the
did the
USA Japan
Japan
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you were also in rock and roller games.
Yeah, I did
Part of the Maniacs.
Yeah, and then I also skated with the Roller Jam,
Right, King.
out
That's
of
where you.
Florida. I started off with the Sundogs from Florida, and then ended up with
Right, was it?
with the Riot team. Yeah,
And carrying around the briefcase and your crown.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's when he was known as King Richard.
yeah, yeah. So
So yeah, and you've had your classic matches up there with the Atkinsons and
yeah,
everybody else.
yes, I did. Yeah, so it was a long career. I really enjoyed it. Inducted into the Roller Derby Hall of Fame in 2007.
That's awesome.
But my career started with the roller derby. I started training when I was 13. You
Yeah,
had to be
so you were
16 in order to skate professionally.
so you were basically under Leo.
Yes.
So before until he passed it on
Well,
to Jerry.
Jerry said no. It was with Jerry.
Oh, it was Jerry. Okay.
Yeah.
So Leo had already turned it over to
Yes,
Jerry.
with Jerry. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I trained for the 3 years, with all the roller derby people, and like I said, skated the first game in '64. If I'm not mistaken, it was July the 24th of that year that I skated. And I don't know if everybody will remember, but there was a place called Frank Buell Field, which was on the Laney campus where the Raiders played their games prior to going into their stadium. And I skated my first game there. And I've been a roller derby person ever since then. So.
Yeah. So you've had a great career too. And focus. Yeah, I know you've had a great career anyway. I know you've had. I know you had your time in the rock and roll games. I mean, you really mastered that wall of death.
Yeah, it was funny because when they brought me out there to skate that track, the very first time I went, we're taught to coast into the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went up that wall, I went up there and coasted and fell straight down and wiped myself out there, crawled home with all aches and pains. But yeah, it became
because you really because like Matt Pittman, you really mastered it too.
Yeah, I was able to go up to the very top,
Because I remember it's like sometimes like I've seen you just flying off that jet jump too.
Yeah. It was. I enjoyed it. I just thought that the wall they used the wrong way, in my opinion. I always thought that if you, as a jammer, went through the pack and scored points, then you could be able to go up onto the wall and score the extra.
Kind of like a reversal type thing.
Yeah, to me that should have been the bonus. To me, it just didn't make sense to go up on the wall, score 6 points, come off the ramp, score 6 points, and then try to go through the back to score 2 points. 2 or 3 points in the back didn't make sense to me, but I didn't invent it, so
you just went along with it.
Went along with it, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I remember like I think one of the games I guess you skated with against the T-Birds in that game in that series.
Yeah.
I think Daryl Davis was coming back to the block and you did a 360 around.
Yeah. Yeah. Over the years, I just learned to master those different
Of course, you had your mishaps too. I know, like you came up behind Ray Robles one time, and you were going to do a high hip block, and you ended up
going up over the rail. Yeah, yeah.
So
you have your ups and your downs.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, you can't fake that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Okay, now why did you go? Come on, you're supposed to focus. And I'm not that fuzzy. So sometimes it does that. I think it can be around a while.
Yeah.
So it's you've had a really good career over the whole time.
Yeah.
But you're probably enjoying your retirement years on that. So.
Yeah, well, I would like to skate one last game if I could.
Yeah, there you go.
I've skated in 6 different decades. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s.
So, was there any particular person that you like skating against the most, or may have been the toughest skater you've been against?
Well, I think the toughest skater would have been Charlie O'Connor from South Sister, but he has hit me the hardest. Yeah. I remember when I was on the LA T-Birds and we skated against South Sister Bombers, and he hit me, and I saw spots before my eyes for the rest of the period, But
so he's basically your toughest one.
Yeah, in that sense.
Right.
In that sense. But I've always enjoyed skating against like Larry Lewis. One of my top times of spinning was when Mike Gammon and I was on the Philadelphia Warriors in '67 and '68.
Okay.
I really enjoyed skating with him. I learned a lot from him and Buddy, So that was probably one of the best times that I had. But like I said, anytime I skated against Larry Lewis, I always had to be on my toes against Larry Lewis. Anytime you skate against Ronnie Range, you always had to be on your P's and Q's because you never knew what he was going to do.
Yeah, I've seen him in action. He's unpredictable.
Yeah, unpredictable. Him and Leroy Gonzalez was the same way. But my favorite skater to skate for and against was Dave Pound.
Oh yeah.
I just love to skate against him and watch him skate.
He was a good skater too.
Yeah.
He's very tough on dragon. I can still remember him doing like back in the roller games where he was trying to keep Ralphie from scoring.
Back in the days. Yeah. And then one of the amazing ones to me was John Parker. I mean, I was just always amazed at his agility. He was agile. He was
Very deceptive.
Very deceptive because he can move.
Just like Danny Riley.
I bet, yeah, Danny Riley was.
He was a good one. I saw his highlight reel. I go, Danny Riley, James?
Yeah. I remember one time I took off and John Parker came out after me, and I looked back and I was shocked to see him there right on me. Wait a minute, you better get in gear here.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, he was. I enjoyed skating against mostly everybody. I just love skating on the bank track.
Right. And I'm sure you'll probably be out at Lolly's tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So I've had my share of injuries. I've had my share of good times and bad times. But I loved it.
Yeah, I was going to try and basically try out for the roller games myself back in the '80s too. But when they were going to hold the tryouts, they canceled the whole thing. So I never had a chance. But I've been on the bank track a few times in the past back in Pomona. For me, it's harder for me because I'm a novice on it. So I'm sure I could probably get it going if I
I've skated on some good tracks and bad tracks and large tracks and short tracks and the best track I ever skated on was in Hawaii. The track that they had in Hawaii for me was about the best I've ever skated on.
That's cool. Yeah, so it's like I say, you have a good story, career, and everything. So it's you continue to be successful in whatever you do, even though you're not actively skating, I'm sure you wouldn't mind doing one more game.
Yeah, I still would love to. I still love it. I'm a diehard roller big track skating fan. It's,
And who knows? Maybe Hiroshi might do another game.
yeah, you never know. You know, he may and they may ask me to come out there and do it. I mean, I don't think my wife will be happy about it, but I guess to make kind of history, I would love to do one more game. You know,
Make like full circle type thing.
yeah, yeah.
That would be cool. I would love to see that myself, and I hope I'll be in the infield taking pictures of it. So.
Yes, sir. Okay.
That sounds good.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for the chat here.
Yeah, anytime. Take care.
All right, thanks a lot.
Have a nice day.
You too. What's your line? I'm just
We
good.
do it? Okay.
We're good. Yeah, just,
All right. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Get back in focus here. So that was Richard Lewis. I mean, that was Richard Brown, I should say. But yeah, he had a very good story career. He's skated for a long time. Started off in San Francisco, and so he had a lot of good times in skating there. Like I said, he would love to just do one more game.
So how far did you get?
I just got finished talking to Richard Brown right there. So I stopped the stream for the first stream because I needed to go get myself something to drink. So I'm just just had an interview with him. So just sitting around, just trying.
Now, who do you work for?
I actually I work for a hospital. I work in West Covina.
What?
West Covina, California.
I don't know. I'm in the West East Coast.
Okay, if you know where downtown Los Angeles is, I'm probably about 30 miles east of that.
Oh, okay, cool. What do you do there?
I'm actually in charge of the linen department there. And so I handle distributing the clean linen throughout the hospital and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun there. I've been doing that now for 26 years.
Have you really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting job.
Yeah. So I've seen the clean stuff. I've seen the dirty stuff. So.
But you got to be careful. Right?
Yeah, we take a lot of careful.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so we're very careful how we do handle things and stuff like that.
That's what I'm thinking. You got to be really careful.
Yeah, so so when I'm doing that, that's my day job. When I'm not doing that, I'm actually a photographer. I do roller derby. I photograph modern day flat track roller derby.
Where do they have roller derby?
They have it all over the place. Which state are you in?
Miami. Florida.
Okay, there's several teams out there. They have a team out there in I think in Miami, I think it is, or not Miami. It's actually in Tampa. There's a team in Tampa, and there's a couple of flat tracks skating out that way as well. And I think some on the East Coast, on the east side of Florida.
I mean, I saw it when I was a kid.
Well, bank track stuff, as far as like with Judy Harnold and all those guys, that's very rare out here as far as the professional stuff goes. But I think there's a bank track team out there in Tampa. There's a bank track team in Los Angeles. Yeah, so that they call themselves the LA Derby
I remember
Dolls.
when they used to whip.
Oh yeah. Oh,
They still do that now?
As far as the regular stuff, they have like a Wifta style, like a little flat track stuff. But they have some games that are also for flat track or bank track. So I photographed some of the bank track stuff. I photographed the flat track. So
What do you do with it? What do you do when you photograph? What do you do with it?
well, my photos I put them on my Facebook page.
Is there a magazine or something?
I put them on Facebook. I'm not a professional photographer, but I just put them on my Facebook and I just tag the teams and stuff like that.
How many followers do you have on Facebook?
I've got over 2,500, I think.
I got 5,000.
You're at the max.
And I don't even look at it.
Yeah, so
You want to hear a crazy story? Listen to this story. This will give you an idea of my life. When I was 13, I was arrested. And you're American, right?
Right.
Okay, so you remember American Flyer trains in A.C. Gilbert. Erector sets?
I think, yeah.
Okay, erector sets. I got arrested with the grandson of the founder, A.C. Gilbert, of Erector Sets, which was the biggest toy company in America at one time, in the 40s, 50s, 60s. So he and I got arrested at 13 with two other people. Malicious stuff.
Right.
I ended up spending 4 nights in juvenile detention. His parents came and got him. My parents said let him stay in jail. So next thing you know is my parents wouldn't let me see him after 13. They wouldn't let me hang out with him. His parents wouldn't let me hang out with me.
Right.
You know, never saw the guy again. Because talking about Facebook, about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, for some reason, I never look at Facebook. I'm on Instagram, but I never look at Facebook. I have 5,000 people, but I look at the thing for some reason. There was a question, Rick, are you Rick Sykes from Woodbridge, Connecticut? And there's no name. And I said, yes, I am. Who are you? And then he writes back, I'm Johnny Gilbert. He said, you and I got arrested 60 years ago. And he said, laugh out loud. He said, the reason I'm reaching out to you is my wife and I and my kids live in Australia. He's a multimillionaire, multi. He said, my wife and kids, we live in Australia for the past 40 years. He said, but we were watching TV 2 nights ago. He said, and I saw the show called Marrying Millions. He said, my wife and I were watching it, look at it. He said, I think that's the guy who got arrested with 60 years ago.
He remembers it.
Is that fucking nuts?
Yeah. He remembers it all after all the time.
Is that fucking nuts?
Definitely.
I mean, is that a crazy story?
After all those years, you finally got some touch with it.
60 years. He saw me on TV on Married Millions. And he said, that's the guy I got arrested with. I think that's the guy I got arrested with. I hadn't talked to him in 60 years.
Huh, that's crazy.
So which tells you I'm 73 years old.
Of course. 73.
Isn't that a crazy story, though?
That's very crazy. He remembers it all after all. Yeah, just after seeing you on TV.
See, and the only reason I'm saying is because you're a photographer and you're on Facebook, so that's very fitting for you. So it's a story you can tell people. You don't have to tell who.
Well,
but,
it's already here, so they heard your story. So.
Oh, good.
That's pretty good. Isn't
that a crazy story?
That is crazy.
Yeah. Life is nuts. But
Yep.
you have an interesting thing.
Life is nuts, but God is good.
Yeah. I'm about to do it.
Oh, okay, that was crazy there. And that was Rick Sykes. Okay. Crazy day so far, but yeah, that's pretty good. That was a fun. That was an interesting story. You know, about how he got arrested when he was 13, and then the guy remembered him all after all those years, just after seeing him on TV. That's pretty interesting to hear. But yeah, so yeah, we're still right now. We're 12:30 right now. We got about another hour and a half of this autograph signing. Seems like everything's kind of somewhat dying down. Seems like it's somewhat dying down, but it's been a lot of fun here. Having some fun with the talking to people here. Yeah, so I'm just checking my stream of stuff here, my notifications. But yeah, so we got like about another hour and a half of the autograph signings here. We talked to Rick Sykes twice. Once in the first stream. I ended the first stream after a couple hours because I needed to take a break to get myself something to drink. Stretch my legs a little bit too. Then the first stream, we also talked to the original Hollywood from Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling. Whoever else we talked to, I have no idea. But at the beginning of this stream, we talked to Richard Brown, who's had a storied career. Started off in the early 1960s. Joined. He started professionally skating for the San Francisco Bay Bombers. I think he said it was 1963. I think it was. And then, like he said, he said he had to be at least 16 to skate professionally or legally or whatever. So he had to wait for that. And then he joined Roller Games in 1965. But he skated he skated under San Francisco under Jerry Seltzer, and then he joined Roller Games under Bill Rivers Sr. And there was other he had other people that he skated with and dancing with. So he had a good storied career, 20 years. He said it was like over 20 years as far as like in that league, and then he last skated at an event that I actually photographed in Santa Monica in 2016 for the USA versus Japan games. There's like 2 days of that. I photographed one day of it. It was a lot of fun to see that. Richard was on that team. They put a lot of hard work and practice into that. We talked about this time in roller games and rock and roller games back in 1989, where he was like one of the masters of the Wall of Death. I think Matt Bickham was supposed to be here today too. I have not seen him, but he's so it's pretty cool there. Like I said, so it's a pretty fun event here. Just people are just milling around right now, just talking amongst each other and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun here. Do another pan around here. And right there you have that table right there. That's where Honey Sanchez is, and Richard Brown, Gina Valderas, and Judy Arnold. You also have Tammy Villalobos, I think it is, or Tammy Contreras. I forgot which one it is over there. And you have Icebox over there. Right across from them is the wall where they're going to do professional photographs. Also over there is Ray Robles. And several others there. So yeah, and over there you have Rodney Alvarez just left. He's doing something else. Then you have the guys from Raider Nation. Right there you have the Michael Jackson impersonator. And there you have some of the wrestlers. Hollywood from Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling. She's in there. So yeah, they've had their time here. They have some fun. I haven't seen anybody else yet. I haven't recognized anybody yet. So, but yeah, they got their things doing. We're having a lot of fun there. JTG's over there signing autographs, and JTG from Primetime from WWE. I'm not sure who else is over here, but I'm looking around, see who's where and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun event. Stiff neck every once in a while. But yeah, it's like I said, it's very, very interesting to see who else here. I mean, if I had a lineup of who else here, I could probably give you an idea of who's supposed to be here. But whether Matt Bickham's here or not, I haven't seen him, like I said. Yeah, I think it's either Tammy Contreras or Tammy Villalobos is here. signing autographs or something like that. I think I see Greg Robertson over there. And so we just talked to Richard Brown. Raymond Rose is over there. Ray Robles, Judy Arnold, Gina Valadares, Honey Sanchez. They're all here, so they're doing signing as well. Big dude there. Walk by here, my seat was rumbling here. Yeah, they have over here to my left, other than riding on Rippy, they have senior. You have Violator and you have Senior Raider. They're from the Raider Nation. And the faces all painted up. You know how they do it at games or whatever else. Like I say, you have the Michael Jackson impersonator. You have Hollywood from Glow, and you have Victoria from WWE, TNA, JTG from WWE. I think I mentioned their name, Brooke. Sorry, last name already. Brooke, and then I'd have to look at the thing again just to see who is who. So you have Jordan Blue over there someplace, and then you also have Brittany Brooks. So it'll be one of the two. They're over there. The person I just talked to here was Rick Sykes. Yeah, so so those two I'm not too sure on because I've never seen them before. They're probably newer, in the wrestling business. I don't know if they're with WWE or NXT or who they're with, but and JTG and supposedly D'Lo Brown's here, I think, someplace. But, yeah, so it's interesting to see who's all who's here and stuff like that. Seems like it's kind of dying down a little bit. So it's 20 minutes to 1 right now. Just checking my notifications here on my Facebook here. So yeah, there's so we're all just having like I said, we're having a good old time out here. Trying to relax my voice every once in a while. Take a sip of water. Talking about quite a bit there, so it's kind of difficult there. So, but yeah, it's a fun event. It's the first time I've ever covered an event like this live on my YouTube channel. Sometimes I'm second guessing myself why I didn't bring my other camera where I could just use my remote control and just kind of pan around. That way I can just do what I got to do. I could have put it down at the other end over there or something like that. But yeah, but this is a lot of fun here to be here amongst the wrestlers and the celebrities and everything like that. So. Yeah, I think I see Brittany Brooks over there, possibly the pink top over there. I don't know about Jordan Blue. I've never seen her before. So, but Victoria's in her wrestling attire. like I said, she looks just as beautiful now as when she first came into to the wrestling world. But she was fun to watch back when she was first starting. Victoria was I think she came into WWE at first. I think at one point. And I don't know if she went to. I don't know if she ever went to WCW or not, but she was like, but she's been at TNA Impact under the name of Tara. She's been in WWE, so she's been two or three, at least a couple of different federations there. But she's always put on a great show, and she's always kicked some butt while she was doing it. If you're a wrestler and she got you in the widow's peak, then that was it. The widow's peak was the end of you. Hollywood greeting somebody over there. I'm not sure who he is. Yeah, so it's it's a lot of fun being at this event. So like I said, this is my first time being here for this kind of event, covering it live for this thing on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I could say that. I mean, I'm familiar with the skaters and stuff like that. Most of the skaters that are here, I'm only familiar with like two or three wrestlers. So it's a lot of fun, with the way things are going here and people coming in get their autographs, get their pictures taken with somebody. So it's a lot of fun, just to see all this. Like I said, like to my left, you got the Senior Raider and Violator. I think Violator from Raider Nation. Like I said, I'm not a Raiders fan, so but they are who they are, and I'm not here to criticize them. But like I said, Hollywood's here. Victoria, JTG. It's supposed to be D'Lo Brown is here, but I'm not sure if that's him I see over there or not. D'Lo Brown, he's been in at least a couple of different. I think he's been with both WWE and I think he went to WCW, and I think at one point he was in Impact Wrestling. I think it was. Then I think he works either as an agent or a booker in one of the federations now. I'm not sure if he's with Impact or if he's with WWE. Some retired wrestlers, they continue their career in WWE or wherever they were at. They serve as a booker or an agent or talent relations or some other kind of thing to stay with the business, whatever else. Even though they're not in active competition anymore. But whether he's still in active competition or not, I don't know. I think he might be in the independent circuit. I don't know. I think JTG is on the independent circuits. I'm not sure if he's still in. I don't know if he's active in like any bigger federations or not, like WWE or not. So, but yeah, Victoria, she retired from wrestling, I guess, in 2019. Hollywood, I don't know if she's also a model and an actress, I think it is too. So yeah, it's interesting to see, her. I think if I remember right, she was also on. I believe was on Married with Children. She was on Married with Children. They had the Gorgeous Ladies wrestling on the show, where I think I forgot who it was. I don't know if they were taking on Al or if it was something else, somebody else there. But they were on Married with Children, I think it was. So I think they had Mount Fiji in there, and they had Hollywood was in there, and I think a couple of the wrestlers from Glow. So it was neat to see that. Victoria just took a couple of pictures up there with somebody. Now they're going to take the Michael Jackson impersonator and get him in there. But yeah, so like I said, I think Hollywood. I think she's been she's been in other shows as well. So yeah, yeah, like I said, I used to watch Gorgeous Lee's wrestling back in 19. I think it was about the 19. I want to say 86 or thereabouts, maybe 85, whatever it was. I know it was just after I got out of high school at some point, so I remember seeing that. So, but like I said, Jackie Sloan was the manager of the Good Girls, and Miss Kitty was the ones of the Bad Girls, and David McLean was the director or the producer or whatever else. So they would do all that kind of stuff. Right? They put on the shows out of I think it was the Desert Inn Hotel. It might have been one of the other ones, I think, or it might have been one that was demolished already. I think it's been a while since I've seen it, but it was held there, and then on the second floor in one of the rooms up there, kind of like a room like this. But it had to be a bigger room because that way they'd be able to have the ring in there, plus do all their maneuvers and stuff like that. But so yeah, but I used to watch it for 2 or 3 years, watching all various people going in and out of the place. So it was very very neat to see all that back in the days. So, but yeah, they put on a good show for the thing for what they did. Rattle my brains around here. But yeah, it was a lot of fun watching those shows. Um, I pretty much stopped watching wrestling back in around I think it was December of 2013. It was just before Warrior passed away. Jim Hellwig, basically known as the Ultimate Warrior. Officially changed his last name to Warrior, or changed his name to Warrior. So, but he, before his passing, it was just shortly before that's when I stopped watching, because it was starting to get down to the same old routine, some of the same stuff I've seen several times before involving the same person. But I'm not here to talk crap about them, because obviously it's a business, so they're putting on a show. So it's always, I mean, I haven't seen the show in quite a while. I haven't seen any of the stuff like that in quite a long time. So, but yeah, and I'm sure they probably still do put on a show and put a good show on. But some of the stuff I kind of got disinterested in. So, but got champions versus champions tonight. He's got Victoria, with her belt there, and then I think that's Brittany Brooks up there with her. Let me turn the camera around here. Yeah, so that's Victoria up there with possibly with Brittany Brooks up there. Doing some kind of thing up there. They're taking a few pictures up there. So yeah, it's they're having some fun up there, taking pictures, whatever else. Now, Brittany Brooks, I'm not familiar with, so it's a different thing. Because she, like I said, she's probably a newer person. I don't know if she's with NXT or if she's with something else. But like I said, Victoria, she has her belt there, but it's probably a replica, because for the Federation, she would have to turn the original back in. But so it might be a replica belt. But yeah, she. You're talking about wrestling moves. They're gonna take pictures with their respective belts. It's too bad I don't have my other camera because I can zoom in on it. Okay, looks like they got a picture of that. So they just got finished taking pictures there. So yeah, but like I said, I stopped watching in December of 2013. But I don't hate wrestling, but it's just that I just got disinterested in watching it. Maybe one day I'll tune back in again. It's gonna be interesting to see how. I mean, now that the McMahons are no longer in WWE or have anything to do with the WWE, I wonder how it's gonna go. So I think Triple H is still at the helm there. Paul Levesque, I think he's like the person in charge or something like that. But there's no active McMahon running the federation. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they survive. I think they might. I mean, if they really put everything together and do everything just right, they can probably survive. But they still their fans. But they so it's so they do other stuff there. So I'm sure they put on a good show there. Still, I'm not knocking the WWE at all. I'm sure they still got some talented wrestlers. So I'm not knocking them at all. But they had because originally Vince McMahon had a good vision for the place for the company when he took over from his father, and then because for many years his father did not want him to even be part of the group, be part of it as far as doing anything with the broadcast or even running the place. So, but he eventually got the reins from him, or at least got to take over from it, and he took it to a whole new level. And basically got people from out of different federations. I think he got people to come to WWE from AWA and other federations out there. And they partnered up with other ones too. So yeah, they so it's so it's very interesting. I think the WWE will survive. It just they could take who knows? As long as they have their fan base and they could put on some good wrestling, they have no problem. I think they'll survive it no matter what. So so it's very much. So it's about 1:00. I've only had a couple of interviews and stuff like that, so I'm not sure if I'm not sure if anybody's gonna talk to me or not. But otherwise, I'll just pack it up and in the stream right now. But so I think I'll probably go ahead and just end the stream for right now. So there's roughly about another hour left to go in this autograph signing here. So I'm just go ahead and sign off for now, and just we'll get going down try and get into. So that way I'll try and get my room reservations right here and get going here. So then Ms. Chuck A from Chuck A Photography, Mr. Neo. Farewell from now. I might tune in, check in from some other place. So we'll see you from then. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Have a good day. Bye.